Okay, welcome everyone to another one of my ZBrush tutorials. And I've been wanting to get around to doing this, but I'm going to show you how to make a cherry bomb today. I don't know how many of you may be familiar with cherry bomb, but they were banned in 1966. And we're going to flip over to a quick Google search, and I'm going to show you the one that has always stuck in my mind. So we're going to flip over here. We're going to do a Google image search, and I had trouble with putting the reference in, so I'm going to leave it out for now till I can get that worked out. But I'm going to show you the one that I'm going to be trying to replicate. So cherry bomb firework. Okay. The one that I've always had in my mind looks sort of like this, and this is you're not supposed to be. This is a stock image, but supposedly you can't get these anymore. But this is the one we're going to be working on. I'm going to have like a green fuse, and we're going to have it a little redder. But anyway, I'm going to show you how to put the details on that. So we're going to get back over to ZBrush real quick and get started on that. So the first thing you do is we're going to drag out a sphere 3D, and you can hold down the shift key there, hit T for edit. And I am going to show my Z-plane. Seems like that's always the best way to go. And I want to show a couple of things here that you can do that maybe you didn't know you could do in ZBrush. You see how real faint this grid is? Well, actually, you can actually get up the size if you like. But also, you can go down here in the modifiers and the slider frame opacity, and so you get a lot sharper, more contrast type there. So if you want to work with your guidelines, and also, as well as that, let's see, what was I going to show you? You can drop down the grid size, and you can edit the tiles here, make a finer mesh. I mean, you can get in there and you can do quite a bit, and you can use them for reference. That's one thing I like about them. So anyway, we got a sphere 3D, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to smooth it up a little bit by adding some extra divisions to the horizontal and to the vertical. And to check your divisions, you hit Shift F, and that will reveal, and so you get that more pattern right there. So this is a pretty dense object. It's got 142,443 active points. So it's a pretty dense. It's got a lot of topology. We're going to convert that to a poly mesh. But the reason I did that is because I want to get a smooth appearance. Actually, I'm going to work on it as a Dynamesh so I can get the topology a little more even, and I can do some sculpting on it. And that's usually my strategy there. So Shift F again to turn it off temporarily. And we're going to go ahead and Dynamesh this thing. I'm going to Dynamesh at 128. We don't really need a real heavy object to work with right now. We just want to be able to add a little, spread the topology out. And Shift F, and you can see it's been Dynameshed. So anyway, this for now is going to be, as we work along, we'll divide it up and make the detail a little finer. Shift F again to turn that off. Now I want to do some masking, and I want to make a place for the fuse to go in. And that's usually filled with a gray type of putty that usually has some pyrotechnics in it. So we're going to hold down the control key, and we're going to use our circle stroke. I'm going to use square and center, and we're just going to go right to the top there. We're going to drag out a mask about like that. Now I only want one of these. You see it bleeds through to the back. So we're going to go back up here, and we're going to change to the rectangle stroke, and we're going to turn off square and center. I just want to go over here, Control Alt to reverse mask, and we got rid of that. So that's one. We're going to blur this a little bit. Go into mask and blur it just one time. Then I want to go to polygroups right here, and we're going to group that mask. We're going to make that a different piece of a different polygroup, and then we're going to clear this mask for now. Right, and clear. And Shift F you can see that we got this new polygroup, and of course we didn't want one on the bottom. So that's what I want to do. Shift F again to turn off the grid, the lines, the what they call the poly mesh. And we're going to take control, hold down Control Shift. We're going to select that new polygroup. Then we're going to hold down Control and just tap in the canvas. And that's going to mask it. And then we Control Shift again, it's going to bring it back out. So if we tap in the canvas and hold down Control, reverse that. First off, I'm going to add a little material to this. We're going to use a basic material. We're going to go over here and choose kind of a light gray, maybe a 40 or 50%. Then we're going to go MRGB, turn off our Z add, and fill that object. So now just that part, that polygroup, particular polygroup, is colored. Now we can do here is Control Shift again, and we're going to isolate the outer shell. We're going to make that a dark red, like so. And then we're going to fill that. Oops. I think it would help if we cleared our mask. Okay, now we're going to fill this object. And then we're going to go Control Shift out. So we got everything colored. And what I want to do now is I want to go back and I want to mask this again. Control Shift to get it back out. And Control tap in the canvas to reverse it. We're going to sculpt on this a little bit. I'm going to use maybe a clay buildup. We're going to turn off the alpha. And we're going to use a spray. And we'll just see how this is a Z intensity of 20. Kind of give it a rough. That's a little too much. We'll Control Z. We'll back that down to about 10. And I like my focal shift at 0. And I gotta do this. We want to kind of give this a clayish kind of a handmade type appearance. Then we're going to clear our mask. And I want to use my damn standard here, which is different from the standard. You'll see you hit the D up here. And this is a Z sub tool, and it's got a kind of a very narrow little alpha. And I just want to go around here and put a little indentation, like so. Don't have to be straight. Then maybe we can hold down Smooth and back down the intensity a little bit and smooth that out, like so. So now we got our place for our fuse. Maybe do a little smoothing on that. Now we still got this as a polygroup, so I want to hide this temporarily. And we're going to kind of shape this up a little bit, make it a little bit irregular. And I think I'm going to work on this material a little bit. It doesn't have quite what I want. We're going to raise the ambience a little bit. Maybe play with the diffuse. We'll get that ambient up. That's more like it. And then we'll fill that. So now we're just going to go back to that clay buildup tool, and we'll just from here we'll go back to that spray, and we're just going to do a little Z add here. We're just going to kind of rough this up a little bit, and maybe turn the intensity down, kind of give it a modeled, handmade appearance. Maybe not so perfect. Rotate it here a little bit. And we can turn off Z floor temporarily. And kind of go in here and make it look kind of regular. Like so. Okay, we're going to call it there. Control Shift, bring back everything. Matter of fact, well, we'll go ahead and add our noise at this point. I wanted to demonstrate the surface tool, which is right down here, surface. I'm going to add a little noise to this. Oh, that's not what I want. That. That's what I want. Yeah, get this menu. That's the menu I wanted to get. And you can go in here and do a little sliding down here. You can play with these curves and get it kind of like you want it. I'm going to lessen it down. We're going to get the strength not too strong, not like so. I'm going to say OK on that. And then what you can do here, you can apply that to the mesh. So now we got this bumpy looking kind of cherry bomb here. Control Shift will reveal our place with a fuse again. I think we're just we're getting pretty close there. You can I'm going to show you how to build a fuse. That's the important part because I want to demonstrate how to use the insert mesh. And this is the 4th time I've done this video. I've had some trouble. I had a crash. That doesn't happen very often, but I am going to save this tool just in case. I'm going to call it Cherry Bomb Base, like so. I got that saved. We'll go down to Subtool and we'll, yeah, it's just named. Okay. So what we want to do now is we want to work on this fuse. And we do that by using the cylinder tool. Making a cylinder. And you initialize it. And get it kind of good and smooth here. And what I want to do is make it real skinny. So we're going to tap in 10 for X and Y. And now we got a little skinny piece like that. And I'm going to go ahead and put this color in here. I'm using this basic material. And we're going to get it kind of a dark green. Some a little darker. And we'll go ahead and fill that. And I might want to darken this up a little bit. So, and go ahead in the material and make sure you refill it again, just in case. We're going to make this poly mesh, and we're going to turn back on the Z floor. See where we're at, and we got this as a poly mesh. So we're going to go ahead and subtool, and we're going to duplicate this 3 times. Alright, then we're going to move one of the duplicates out using our transform. I'm going to slide it out like so. Hold down the shift key to make it stick to the axis that you're pulling it in. Then we're going to go back up to the Y. We're going to go to our other duplicate. Yeah, that's not the one. Oh, that's hidden. Okay. We'll go up to this one. That's number 3. Okay. I'm going to pull this out. And pull it down like that. What I want to do here is get this in kind of like a triangular pattern. This group here. And I'm zoomed in like so. I'm going to get it snug it up as close as I can. I'm going to call that good. Alright, so we've got all these. We're going to merge all these down. Just do merge down. And now we got them merged, and make sure, sometimes you might forget that mask, and gotta make sure it's cleared. Alright, so what I want to do is you can see the X and the Y axis, and the Z is pointing out at you. We want to get this little triangular thing we got here, this triad. We want to get it right on top of that, like so in the middle. So what we're going to do now, we're going to twist these up. And if you want to angle it out kind of in an oblique view to see what's going on, I'll recommend that. And you just go down to the twist in the Z, and you see you'll twist this up like so. Get it like you want it. I like that. And you can, I don't think it relaxes in the poly mesh. I think you have to dynamesh it. So I'm going to go ahead and dynamesh this. So we're going to go to geometry, and we want a little detail on the fuse, so we'll go to 256. What the heck? We'll get it like so. And looks like Shift F. Okay, so we're all, and then we still have a polygroup there, so I guess if you want to do something else, you got one part of the fuse there still by polygroup by itself. I'm going to remesh it. We're going to make it all as one. Actually, you can do it just by going Control W. Now this is all a single polymesh. So we got that. Okay, Shift F. Turn your your grid off. Your topology view, or you want to call it the mesh view. I'm going to smooth it up a little bit. We're going to do a global smoothing. Just kind of make it a little nicer looking. You can also use a polish, but I'm just going to stick with that for now. So now, what you do is, you go up to your brush palette. Well, actually, you click on the brush. It's just go to create insert mesh brush. Okay, and just say new. And now, the important thing here is to make this fuse look really cool. We'll go up to stroke. Make sure you turn on your curve. And another important part here is to go under the brush modifier, and you'll find something that says curve resolution. We're going to get that up to about 7. Alright, now we're going to go back to our cherry bomb base right there. Now what you do is you see it's showing as a current brush, so it's in the Z data startup resources insert mesh. And all you really do here is you pick a place on top there, and you drag out, and it will put together from those parts a little fuse. Now this brush is based on the brush size, so if you increase your brush size outside of that, like so, and you go back and you tap, it'll update. So I'm going to go up a little higher, a little more. I'm going to tap on it again. We're going to call this good, because this is a tricky brush. If you don't watch what you're doing, you'll get you'll get a result you don't want. Because I really don't. You can actually move these parts here, and you might want to twist it up. But once you get outside of the canvas and it stops, it's hard to go back in. So we're gonna we're gonna go up here and we're gonna move it a little bit. You can still move it while it's in the insert brush mode. I think there's a mask on there. Let's clear that. Okay, yeah, there was. Okay. What I want to do here is rotate this a little bit. Oh. Looks like I've got stuck here. Well, now we're going to have to separate these two. I made a goof there, so we're going to solve this problem. We're going to split this, and we're going to split by let's see, what was it? Split to, I believe it's group splits. Crossing my fingers on this. No, split to similar parts. Okay. Alright, that did it. Okay, so now because if you split it other ways, it will split the original segments of the fuse, and then it gets really tough to go back and edit. You might have to draw a new brush out. So, pardon me on that part, and I believe that has a mask on it. We'll just check and make sure here. We'll clear. So now this is one segment, or one part. So now I can do this rotation on it individually. And we can kind of position this fuse and make it kind of look like the real thing. We'll stick it a little further down in there so I can get to the gunpowder. Might want to adjust the position just a little bit, like so. So there you have it, your cherry bomb. Pardon me for goofing on that, but then certain mesh brush is really useful. As long as you're really careful, you can go back and change it. It's kind of tricky. So anyway, that's the cherry bomb. We're going to go ahead and do a perspective render. And I hope you guys enjoyed this, because I'm working seriously on a ZBrush guitar project. And I'm going to find a way to get it down in about 20 minutes. I mean, with knobs, everything. You know, that's my goal. And so we can go back and run this opacity back down. And we'll do a quick render. And I'm going to call it, well, we might want to refresh the light a little bit. And as you know, I like the white background. But I've had a little problem with doing this video the last couple days. Maybe I was trying too hard. Something I usually do. And I like to make really good videos. Try to cut the crap and go right to it, and show you how to make all these neat things. That fuse could be a little bigger, but I'm going to leave it at that. So that's it for the cherry bomb tutorial. Thanks for watching. And as you know, you can go in and adjust your shadows. But anyway, thanks for watching, and I'm going to call this one good because I finally got it recorded. So thanks everybody for watching, and stay tuned to my channel. I'm going to be working some other projects. I don't know when I'm going to get the ZBrush guitar in 20 minutes down, but I'll keep you posted. So thanks for watching, and happy ZBrushing.